guys, welcome to another episode of The Breakthrough, and today we are joined with Amanda Meixner, who is a nutrition guru, and we are going to be just picking her brain about everything nutrition and fitness, so stick around because it's going to be awesome.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about just your main area of interest and your speciality.
So I guess like the main foundation of my Instagram, my blog, all of that is nutrition. I'm very nutrition focused on cooking more at home, focus on like whole foods, like get rid of as much processed food as possible, like a little bit of fun in there, but really transitioning to overall healthier diet. And then on top of that, obviously I add in some of the lifestyle stuff like fitness, sleep, but my foundation will always be nutrition.
Perfect. Yeah. How did that start? Like, what was the initial, like, I'm interested in this, and then it took off?
So I started, like, meal prepping for work. I worked, now I work for myself, but I worked 9 to 6 every week, and the best way to stay on track was to, like, meal prep every weekend and go to the grocery store. And I started sharing that on Instagram, and that was before anyone else was really doing that.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
I want to say like 5 years.
Oh wow! Okay. You got in there, girl.
Yeah, I got there. Time. And it was like meal prepping before was just like the bodybuilder people were kind of doing that. So it wasn't really as much like, the everyday person. So I kind of started that and then like grew into that more and more. And then also I had an eating disorder in high school. So also weaving in that theme for me was very important, that you do not have to starve yourself to lose weight, and because there's so much food you can eat, and there's so much volume when you eat whole foods, and it's and obviously starving yourself has a lot of adverse effects. So that's always been like a super important message to me.
What would you say to somebody who's like in the thick of it right now?
Well, I mean, seriously, like therapy is so helpful, because here's the thing: if you're in the eating disorder, especially if you're say you're addicted to just being thin, it sucks. Like the gaining weight in the beginning sucks. So you need someone to hold you accountable. Yeah. And be you're doing great. This is a little bit in your head and stuff. And then also just letting go. Don't worry about the calorie counting. Don't just enjoy food and kind of let go of that stuff for a while. Yeah.
Plus working out, I would imagine, was there underlying issues that you think were contributing to it?
Yeah. Definitely emotional, control.
It's usually that, isn't it?
Yeah. It definitely plays a role for sure. But I feel like sometimes it's more than one factor, right?
Yeah. No, it's like the perfect storm.
And then it turns into a thing of its own where you don't even know why you're doing it anymore. It's just it's just a habit and addiction.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mine just, I didn't even.
It's when you want to get out of it, it's so hard.
Yeah. So hard.
That's the
because it becomes, I mean, depending on how bad, how severe yours is, but if it takes over your whole day, who are you without that? Yeah. Mine took over so much of my day, 8 times a day of going off to the toilet and being sick, that I didn't know what I would do with my day. Yeah. When I tried to stop, it's very.
How long did you have your?
I had mine 8.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a long time. So I think that's why I'm a hypochondriac, because I'm now always paranoid that there's some damage done from back then. Why is it so important to you to take this journey? I know you're into nutrition and health and feeling good, but what's the main message?
Yeah, I think it really comes back to feeling good and getting away from obviously you like to look good, who doesn't like to look good? Sure. But also how that can send you down the wrong path. That's kind of what happened for me when I was younger. I was looking at these magazines and I was like, how are these girls? They're so thin, they look so great. They're sometimes in the magazines they reference weird diets, and I was like, what do I do? I think I need to eat less. So I just kept eating less and less until it was not eating a lot. And that, a huge problem. And I would say anyone going through that, there's no substitute for professional help. For sure. There's a little bit emotional. Starting freshman year in high school, what is it, 16? Yeah. Okay. 16. So luckily, I had a full recovery and kind of had college. College just had some fun, not worrying about that stuff as much. Definitely gained the freshman 15.
Good, as you should.
It was kind of nice to not focus on it so much for a little, and then later come back to it from a much healthier place. Yeah. And then also just looking at nutrition of how it makes you feel, because I think people miss oh, it's okay, this processed food fits my calories, fits my macros. Sure, some of that is fine, but if you incorporate too much of that, you're gonna feel like crap.
For anyone that's not actually already very health conscious, or like knows their stuff, what's because it can be very overwhelming.
I have
all of the
information.
Three
super.
Okay. Oh, give some like tips or tools of like a good place to start.
Well, okay. One I say is stop drinking your calories overall. Because like any soda, even juices, like. Just overall try not to do much of that. Like my only breaks to that rule is I'll buy like low sugar kombucha. Or maybe like protein shakes. So make sure like protein shakes, like you have a high quality protein powder or like yogurt and then vegetables and not too much fruit,
because of the sugar.
Yeah, the sugar. But I mean, again, if you're more active, you don't have to be so much worried about sugar from fruit. But again, so stop drinking your calories. Number 2, what we already talked about, switch from processed foods to whole foods.
And whole foods meaning anything that's from Mother Earth, or like what's a whole food?
Whole food is like literally like one ingredient. Like and I count like eggs and like grass-fed meat on there. But like quinoa, vegetables,
lentils,
fruit, potatoes. Like how many people are really having issues from overeating like one ingredient of foods?
Right.
Like it's
I mean no one ever complains about eating too many carrots.
Like you're probably in a good place. I mean obviously like sometimes if you're like trying to lose the last 10 pounds like the nut butters might get you or whatever, but other than that, and then also looking for minimally processed foods, because there's some good foods that are like
what's an example of a minimally processed food?
Almond butter would kind of be one, but like maybe like a protein bar that has like 5 ingredients, but you understand all those ingredients, like, and you checked, and maybe like if there's one you don't understand, just look it up, and if it doesn't sound good, then don't get it.
Right. So nutrient dense food.
Totally.
Got it. Okay.
And then my third tip would just be to like get back in the kitchen when you can, because cooking at home is really just getting in touch.
Well, you make it look like a world of fun. Dancing and everything. I love it.
No, it's great time, and I don't know what study I saw, but there was a study that showed that people who cooked at home like 6 to 7 nights a week, which I'm, if you're a little more out and about, so you might not be able to do that, but they just ate less calories without even trying. Like they weren't even trying to lose weight, but because they cooked at home.
I like that you go more nutrition based than fitness too. I like the fitness stuff as well, but it's refreshing to see less about get in the gym and just more about just make small changes. You're a mother of 4, you work full time. Try meal prepping, make the big chicken like you said, throw it in the fridge and then just see if that helps. Like
I just feel like nutrition, like it just has the most impact on your body and how you feel, and then like, movement can just be like walking around or like, I mean, I had
dancing. Dancing on camera. Love it. You're always doing something.
We gotta put some music on it.
I know we do need to do that.
Yeah, but I think, movement can be different for everybody. I mean, I'm a big proponent of strength training. Like I see great results from that.
I see those guns.
That's right.
Oh shit, yeah. I wanted to ask how you handled it, coming from an eating disorder background, and just for anyone that has an eating disorder or struggles with weight, even if they don't necessarily have a diagnosed eating disorder. How do you handle it when you are a little bit over
when I want to lose weight?
Or if you're a bit bigger than you like, does it get you down? How do you handle it mentally as well, like emotionally?
Well, that's why, that's why it was kind of nice, like not worrying that for a while, like like don't worry about that for until you feel like in a good place. But then that's why I was so happy when I got back into it, like I'm able to find a way where I can like lose a little weight and not end up in this crazy cycle. For me that was, and like I think it's different for everyone, like maybe it's more portion control, but for me that was macro counting, because I could do it for a little bit, and macro counting for me is not I'm gonna macro count all the time, like when I travel, no, it's like I'm gonna do it for a month, or I'm gonna do it for 2 or 3 months max, but probably a month. And like kind of you'll get in touch with like how much carbs you should be eating, protein, fats, like because you learn the portions. Like that's what I use it as a tool. Like I'm kind of eating like this many calories. I just need to dial it in a little. So that's what macros work for me. And then also just not going too low calorie. Like you don't need to lose weight fast, right? It's like just going like a little bit under.
Do it gradually.
Gradually.
Healthily,
And then maybe adding some more activity or something. But That's kind of how I found the balance. I really it all comes back to the goal of like feeling good.
Yeah.
It's like should always be number
feeling
one.
Good and preventing disease and things like that. Yeah. Because once you have a disease, or even though it's curable, you know, a lot of the time, and I do believe in like the power of self-healing and mind, body and everything. But I feel like, you want to prevent those things in the first place. So that you can have a great life and a long life. You know? So,
I mean, things like Alzheimer's, like there's not much you can do when you get it, but like there's so much you can do to prevent it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like even even exercise too on the brain has so many positive effects.
Yeah. Releasing those endorphins. For sure. What were you gonna say about what actually are the preventative steps for Alzheimer's?
Mostly like nutrition,
exercise, nutrition,
and whole food based, and sleep. They linked low, like if you don't get a lot of sleep. Can also cause a lot of brain damage.
Oh no. I'll never have Alzheimer's.
You're fine, but I have terrible insomnia.
Oh really?
You sleep like the dead.
Oh, like a bear.
Jeez.
Good night.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But I'm like one of those people, I'm like, I need it to fall. I will get sick if I don't get enough.
No, I'm the same. You don't sleep a lot?
No, not well at all. I do. It goes in waves. Like it goes in waves. Like I'll have a patch where I just do not sleep for like 10 days. And I'm not joking. I'm talking a half an hour a night.
That's insane.
And I will go beyond,
do you
like
travel
I'll feel
a lot?
like I'm not even here. Yes.
Yeah, that's why.
And that's what it is, the jet lag.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, like I got in last night and I feel like I'm on a different planet today. For us insomniacs out there, what are your tips for sleep, and what's correlated with sleep, bad sleep, good sleep?
So one is to like make your bedroom a sanctuary. So really like things like a blackout curtain.
Yes.
Life changing.
Oh yeah.
IKEA sells them.
Try to do like definitely no TV in the bedroom, and try to do no phone in the bedroom. So whether that's you could either get a clock, it's for an alarm clock, or if you can't do that yet, you can like put your phone like in a totally way further outlet. But that really helps. I don't know if you notice like when you're scrolling at night or like at whatever.
Oh yeah, even if you wake up at like 3 a.m, you scroll over, have a quick flick.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I do that.
Need to put it
I need to put it in a what do you call it? A lock and just keep it away from myself.
And also I feel like we have this obsession with like morning routines, but we don't have quite an obsession with like a night routine. And kind of getting into that, like whether that's and trying to take a lot of screen time away because like all the blue light like blocks your melatonin production, which you can also just do different settings. You can do like night shift on your phone, and there's an app called F-Flux for your computer, so you can do that or get the blue light blockers. But if if you can kind of just take time away from the screen, like read a book.
Yeah.
Maybe have some fun with
what
your
about
partner.
Yeah.
Listen to music like that. It's kind of set up a routine, just like you have your morning routine. You have your night routine. Do some relaxing stuff. And then also not eating, like you can eat like if you want to eat small snacks close to bedtime, but not eating big meals too. Because your stomach has to digest that and can mess with your sleep a little.
So it can keep you quite active still because it's got that to process.
And then another thing that helps with your melatonin production later is to get some sunlight during the day.
So where do you want to take it? What's next for you?
I want to launch the podcast.
Yes.
Awesome.
I just want to help as many people as possible. So for me that'll be like another ebook, and then we'll see, maybe some like future like really awesome partnerships.
When's your podcast coming out? When can you listen?
It'll be like in a month and a half. Master Your Health. So
love it. Where can everyone? Well, I know you already said it, but where can everyone find out your page and when your podcast is out, your website and everything? Just give yourself a shout out.
My Instagram handle is meowmix, so it's meow MEIX, and then I have a website. It's meowmix.com. And like I put all my updates out there. So.
Amazing. Why Meow Mix, by the way?
I love cats, and my last name is like Meixner, so
it's a mix of both.
It works.
Oh, that was lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Guys, awesome. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of tips about health and sleep and all of that good stuff. I really enjoyed that. I think it's so nice to have someone share all their information, but in a very sort of like joyous, non-preachy way. I think that's
and thank you for being vulnerable with your eating disorders, because I know that could be hard to talk about.
I mean, it was great. I was able to relate to you guys.
Oh, good.
We'll have to meet again.
Absolutely. We'll get you back for round 2.
Yes.
Is there any final words you'd like to leave your lovely fans with?
I just want to say, you know, do the best to feel your best, and like we said, don't focus on just looking a certain way.
Yeah.
Bam.
That's what I say.
Focus on feeling good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Woo. Right, guys, we love you very much. Thank you for watching another episode of The Breakthrough, and we will see you next Wednesday.